Hi, everybody. I just wanted to take a moment to go through our June lesson schedule. So that when you come to wolperbridge.com, you'll find our upcoming classes by clicking the upcoming classes button at the top. This June 2022, we have 6 classes. All of these classes will work very well whether you're attending live or whether you're coming and you want the video replay. If you're accessing the class after it's already happened, there's a great place on the website where you can actually ask questions even, and we've been answering them. We answer them pretty reasonably quickly. Not obviously real time while you're watching, but you can definitely, the site is designed so that people who are watching it on their own time can ask questions whenever they want. So the 6 classes, the Tuesdays at 3:30 are my more advanced classes, and this month on Fridays at 1 o'clock we're doing some declare or play classes. So the first class transfers after one of a major double practice. This is just a reinforcement class for a class that we did a long time ago, maybe late 2020, on transfers after one of a major double. Transfers after one of a major double is a convention that is played almost universally by experts, but please don't buy this class if you haven't gone to the Master Series class. You can still get that one if you're interested in it and want to come to this class, but this is specifically for people who have already taken the lesson on transfers after one of a major double. Then on Friday, June 3rd, we have roughing in the shorthand. It's just one of the most important concepts when you're declaring trump suit contracts. There's just so many extra tricks available. Roughing in the shorthand. We're going to talk through tricks on recognizing when you need to do it, when to avoid it, when you have other options available, and also just how to think outside the box because it's not always dummy that's the shorthand. So we're going to work on roughing in declarer's hand when that's the shorthand, and we'll talk about why we don't want to rough in the long hand. That's a very big difference between roughing in the shorthand, roughing in the long hand, and that is Friday, June 3rd. The class I'm looking forward to most this month is this Going for Blood with Penalty Doubles class. It's on June 7th. It's marked as advanced. My higher intermediate players, this is something that it's really important to learn how to do, to go after the opponents when they're coming into your auctions when they might not have a fit. We're going to talk through this situation actually comes up all the time. It's a really important one to understand. We've talked about it a little bit in the redoubles class, but now we're going to spend more focus on like when to actually double and what to lead and how to go about these hands, and when to not let your partner double, all sorts of little details. That'll be on June 7th. On Friday, June 10th, we're going to talk about declaring 4-4 fits. The basic premise when you're declaring 4-4 fits is you got to decide which hand to set up, and we're going to talk about how to decide which hand is going to be the master hand and how to go about roughing your losers, how many trumps to draw, when to start roughing losers, just talk about little details, and we will also dig into some very important suit combinations. 4-4 fits, there are a lot of interesting suit combinations with 4-4 fits, and talk about how to handle 4-1 breaks and things like that. So that's Friday, June 10th. On June 14th, the Master Series continues. We're going to go through a good expert standard response structure to two no trump opening, and we'll talk through some of the harder Jacoby transfers auctions. The Jacoby transfers over two no opener are a little bit more complex than one over one no openers because there's just less room to deal with everything. You can't like transfer and bid a suit at the 3 level because you'd have to do that at the 4 level. So we'll talk through those auctions, and we'll also talk through the minor suits, some of the minor zoot slam auctions, which are incredibly difficult. And I don't know if this lesson will make it easier for you, but it will at least give you a structure for what most experts again play over two no trump. And finally, we're going to go through end plays and frozen suits. Now, I wanted to do something on end plays because end plays they come up amazingly often, but even more often than the perfect end plays you see in books. There are a lot of these hands that have early end plays, hands where you just don't want to play a suit, so you just want to let your opponents break a suit, and you just put them on lead early, and just you'd be shocked at how many suits play better when the opponents lead them first compared to when you lead them first. Those are called frozen suits, suits that whoever leads them are going to cost a trick, so we're going to talk about that concept and end plays. So again, all of these lessons will work great after the fact. The 3 classes that are marked with Bridge. That's because if you do attend those classes live, we will be having some interactive problems, but then afterwards we will trim the video so you don't have the dead time, and it really works very well on the replay or on the live session. And afterwards you will also be provided the notes, the PBN files for the Declare Play classes, which will let you replay the hands, and also the video, obviously. So thank you very much. Hope to see you guys in my classes, and I hope that this little video helped you decide which classes that you would want to take.